Hello again, everybody. We're going to try some online matches and potentially some career if you guys want to see that. But the primary focus will be just random online matches. Um, Off the top here, I want to apologize for a little. It's been a little bit longer than I wanted it to be uh, to do another live stream. I've been under the weather. Um, I had gotten sick, picked up a bug from somewhere, and it's really kind of taken me out of commission for a while. At the time of the broadcast here this evening for me, um, I started to feel a little bit of a turnaround. We're not quite out of the woods yet, um, but we found the path, and I think we're going to start heading out of it. So that's good. Um, I realized that a lot of my UK viewers, my UK cats, it's pretty late for you guys. So you might not come through for the live broadcast as consistently as you've done in the past, because the current time. Um, Again, at the time of this stream, it's roughly 12:30 in the morning, somewhere in there. So it's late, it's early, depending on how you look at it. So this might be a shorter stream, but I wanted to uh, just showcase a little bit again here and shout out anybody who happens to come through, and again thank people that have watched archives and have left comments. And there is one gentleman in particular who has left a few comments and has had some really good ideas for the game. So if anybody that has any pull, any ability with the game, developers, or rub shoulders with some of the dev team again, um, please check out the comments and forward that through the proper channels. They've really laid down some groundwork for some potentially very good ideas in the future for the game. Um, um, Particularly the ranked system and ranked gameplay. Some really good ideas. And I appreciate you guys reaching out, leaving your comments. Um, Again, and being supportive and being cool, that's always good and goes a long way with me personally. Whether it goes a long way in this platform and the algorithm, you know, that's a whole nother venue, right? But for me personally, it's cool, and I enjoy your guys' company and your feedback. I think it's important to know that while you may not agree on everything with various people or various opinions, it's okay to have a difference of opinion. And it doesn't make someone a bad person if their opinion doesn't always align with yours. It shouldn't always equate to hate. Um, Being able to be respectful and have a difference of opinion is good. Let me check one more thing here before we get into our first matchup. I want to make sure that what am I looking for? I want to make sure that I'm not being heard by any of my opponents currently. I've got the music off, so that's good. We don't want any copyright issues. Um, we'll leave it at 60 FPS for now, I think. Maybe try it at 120. I don't know. There it is, voice chat. Okay, good. We're disabled. I want to make sure of that before I jump into my first matchup. Okay. Again, we're gonna do some online matches, and
still hope they make a bumper pool table.
oh, hey Eric, thanks for stopping in. You know what? If I had to guess, I don't think that's something that they're gonna focus on, at least not for quite a while. Would it be a nice addition? Yeah, but I don't think that's gonna be a primary focus, at least not for some time. I frankly would be surprised to even see it added at all. Um, I think tweaking the game, making adjustments where it's needed, as they've already started to do, which is great from a small team. Um, let's not gloss over that. Again, roughly 10 people made this game, and they're already trying to be attentive to various things. You know, you got to cut them a little bit of slack, even though they're no stranger to this. They did Pure Pool and now this, but they're being attentive, and that's good. I think their primary focus is going to be um, just making sure the game is stable for one, and then making adjustments to the gameplay, and then adding various things. But like a tournament mode,
No, it's not popular, but sometimes it's a nice change of pace.
right. No, I get the sentiment. I think they'll come up with some stuff. I have faith. Again, our matches will be. I suspect we'll see a lot of the 8 ball standard pool.
It's like snow day for Rocket League.
Right. Yeah. Again, I get where you're coming from. I don't disagree with it. That's again my opinion on it. What I think, it doesn't make it right, nor does it make it cast in stone. But that's just a hunch. But variety in any game, especially where there's online connectivity, is always good, providing variety for a player. So, um, we'll jump into our first match. Again, our matches are going to be random. I don't know what's going to be coming, but I do suspect you'll see a lot of the standard 8 ball matchups. Yeah, I'm going to put it on any game type, and we're going to start off with the easier lines, the amateur as they call it, to ensure that we get opponents, and then we'll try shortening the lines and see if we still get people jumping in. For the past number of days, I've really been. I had really gotten sick. I picked up something from somewhere, and this is the first night this evening where, after having some stuff and taking some meds, and I've started to feel almost like a jolt. As I said before, not entirely out of the woods yet, but we found the path, and I think we're seeing a nice break through the trees, so to speak. This guy's got a Kansas City Chiefs avatar. So our first opponent looks like he's potentially in the States. I currently can't tell if he's on PC or PlayStation. I think he's on PC. All right, we got to pay attention to what we're doing here. Um, okay, this is the accumulator mode. First match is not what I expected. This is the accumulator mode. This is not standard 8-ball. So you get points by potting the corresponding ball with said, and he already quit. He already quit and gave me the win. I think he got irritated because he wasn't able to run the table. I've seen that offline when I haven't streamed this. There are certain players that if they feel like, okay, this guy's now going to clean up and run the table, I'm not going to stick around for that. I'm just going to quit. There is no penalty for quitting. That's something that they could also implement. Well, especially if they have a ranked game system, there should be some kind of penalization or even decreased, like a further docking for quitting during a match. But yeah, he didn't even want to. He didn't want to play it out. No patience, no will there. That's how I equate to that. I could be a jerk and say, well, that's a Kansas City Chiefs fan for you, but yeah. If I'm not winning right away, I'm out of here. Yeah. But we don't know. Something might have came up. He might have had to run to the bathroom. Who knows? I don't know. But chances are he just no patience. We'll get another one here. Hopefully we don't get him again. Welcome everybody. Again, we're doing online matchups here with on any game type. And we're gonna have a few of these with the generous lines, if you will.
I
And our
understand if you're several balls behind, but not so early.
right. Yep, Eric, that's what I'm saying. Yep. If you're if it's looking like you've got no chance of coming back, okay, I get it. But I mean, that match just started and I potted one ball and that two ball to pot was very unlikely. So our second match here is 9-ball. We've got some 9-ball. And I don't think he was trying to snooker me, but he did. But we should be able to get out of this. Ooh, almost dropped it. Solat 25. Might be on PC. That was a good effort on the bank. I probably would have tried the same thing, honestly. That was pretty good. And here I could try. Nope. Well, I could do a combo on the 5, but I'm going to try and bank this into one of the side pockets here. That's what we're going to try and do. Ooh. 9-ball, even with these generous lines, it's really anybody's match unless um, you sink off the break and you can run the table from there. But right now, we're trying to potentially sink the one ball without setting our opponent up. I think he's, and again, I don't really have, but I think what I'm going to try and do, unlikely, but my plan here is to hit the 1 and maybe hit the 9 and then try to pot the 9 in the side and win the game. But I could set him up here. He could be set up to do something with the 9-ball, but we're gonna try it anyway. At least we potted the 1, so he's not set up. That actually worked out pretty good. Can we cut this 2 in the side? Little too hard. I wanted to set myself up behind this 3 ball, and it was in a perfect spot to do so, and I was too hard on it. So again, we're going to try and pot this 3 in the side and maybe toy with that 9 ball yet again. Okay. I'm okay with that. I think he's going to have a shot on it here in the corner. Yeah, I think he can cut that. Yep. Now, if I was him, I would go for it. I would try a 4-9 combo right here. This is makeable. I would go for the win right here. I think the soundtrack in this game is decent, but you're not hearing it because I don't want to. I fear copyright issues, so that's why. And he did not go for the combo there, which I would have done. I would have at least tried.
You should say snooker like you're saying Snoopy. It's not snooker.
Okay, how should I say it? Snooky? Snooky? You tell me how I should say it, and I'll appease you. How about that? How do I pronounce it then? You tell me.
Snooker.
Snooker. Yeah. Okay. I'll say it just like that. Snooker. How's that? I don't think it's that essential, but right on. As long as we don't scratch into the side here. Yes.
Perfect low.
Yeah. I don't know if it's perfect, but snooker, yeah. Okay. I thought that he might want to try it again. Why not? I'll honor him a rematch.
He has a cold.
I do. Yes. Like I said, I've past several days I had really gotten sick. It was really bad. We had all kinds of symptoms going on and throwing up and um, vomiting and not being able to keep things down, and started off as an annoying cold, went to a flu, and now it's kind of just back to having cold symptoms. But I feel like we're on the upswing here to shake this finally. We're gonna try and seal the deal here. We're gonna try and 1-9 plant and try to get this in the corner. Oh, I had it. I think a little bit more oomph on that cue, I would have had it. But now he can't do a direct shot
You
on it.
keep anything down today?
Yes, that's actually why I decided to stream tonight. Um, because I was able to. I had I picked up some chicken noodle soup that was actually,
I will miss the
granted,
bar atmosphere in the first edition of Pure Pool.
you know what, I'll, I got to give you that. I kind of do too. Wow! Shout out to Solot here with this shot. What a shot! That was that was a legendary shot. He he couldn't do the direct on it, so he was like, "Hold my beer, watch this." Yep. I wasn't concerned, and he's like, "No, you should be, because I'm gonna bury it now." Thank you for that. That was good. Um, yeah, that was that's how you win with style, right? Um, what was I saying? Yes, I picked up some chicken noodle soup, and it was homemade, even though it came from a grocery store. They made it, uh, and it's some of my most favorite chicken soup that you can get. It is plentiful, and I had some of that, and it's staying down. I had some of that earlier. It really hit the spot. I added some pepper and a little. I put a little bit of hot sauce in there, just a pinch, to help open up the sinuses a bit. And as you can tell, I'm not blowing my nose every 5 minutes anymore, which is nice. Nor
Too
am
bad you
I.
can't type chat in game.
Yeah, there isn't an option for that. Um, and I picked up some Hall's cough drops, and it's all helping dramatically. I had to go and get some stuff today. Couldn't take it anymore. And that was this afternoon. And then I took a slight nap. And when I got up and I ate some more chicken noodle soup, I was like, wow, what a difference. With just some water, some soup, and some cough drops. Amazing. Not 100% yet, but definitely a massive improvement since. Okay, where are we at here? The three balls.
I think the extra spicy Campbell's soup would clean you out.
Yeah, but I wasn't in the mood for that. I was definitely not in the mood for the canned soup stuff. That's why I picked up some of the actual chicken noodle soup that they make in house, because that's made with real chicken and real ingredients and everything. And I didn't want overly spicy, just in case it would cause my stomach to act up. So no, I handled it pretty good, I thought.
Honey lemon and ginger hot drink.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah, ginger hot drink. I didn't have any of that. I do have some lemon cough drops, and I've got some green tea as well. In my area, it's been said that there's something going around, and I got it. I definitely got it. It was bad initially, real bad. It was more like a flu and less like a cold, because yeah, it was not fun, and it probably didn't look very good either. I'll tell you that. Um, like I said, started as like an annoying cold, and then it progressively got worse. Like it really got worse. It like hulked out on me. Um, do I try to do this here and potentially set him up again? Well,
A nice hot steam.
yes. Yep. Sometimes just sticking your face with a towel over some steam can help loosen things up. Yeah, that's an old remedy that still works. Um, but like I said, we're definitely I, we are over the first couple of hurdles
Exactly.
that were terrible, just terrible. And the way I contracted this is probably just from touching door handles, or I filled up on gas, so it easily could have came from a gas pump handle. Um, it just and I'd been seeing reports that stuff was going around again, that it was pretty rampant. And I was like, nah, not me. I got a pretty good immune system still. And then all of a sudden it just hit. Uh, so, but we're doing better. I appreciate the ideas, and I hope all you guys are doing good. I hope that you're all staying healthy and you're in good health and good spirits. You never, you never can be so sure, can you? Come on back a little bit more. Ooh, I should have put a little more on it. So there's two ways I can try to bury this nine ball. I can go for this corner here, which looks like the easier shot, or I can try and bank it and put it in the opposite corner here behind me to my right. But I think we're going to try and cut it. It's not guaranteed, even with the lines. You got to finesse it just right. And then make sure you don't pot the cue ball into the side. And we got it. Should we honor a rematch if he asks for another one? I figured he would. What do you guys think? I don't want to keep him waiting for you guys to respond. Um, we'll give him one more. Be a nice guy. We'll do one more with him with the nine ball, and then we'll move on. Win or lose, we'll. Then again, if he wins, and then we're tied at two apiece, then we might have to have a tiebreaker. So, Salat seems like he's a decent guy here. Um, he's been sticking that out. So, and he had a hell of a shot. His win, that was amazing. See, and you see how he's looking over the table. He's already looking at, can I mess with that nine ball yet? So he knows how to play. I appreciate you guys coming through tonight. Like I said, I hope everybody is doing good. Great to have you. Great to interact with you. Oh, so here's how that works. That ball is now out of play. That ball is gone. But that's considered a foul. Knocking a ball off the table, at least in this game. So now, so the three ball, right? But where's the four ball? That's the one he knocked off. So then it'd be the five. Okay, we're gonna put some backspin on this. bring this back a bit. Okay, that's still not exactly what I had in mind, but I think this might work. Oh,
I'm in the middle of trying to complete pro level at the moment in the A. I
be-
just winds me up the wrong way.
beautiful. Pro level, huh? That's without the lines. No use of the lines there. Not easy, especially for players that don't typically use that no line, the pro mode. So good for you that you're working your way through it. I'm not there yet. I'm on the focused. I'm going through the career in the focused right now.
Not easy at all.
No, it isn't. No, it is not. Sometimes you just got to smack the ball and hope for the best. Um, especially if you don't have a decent shot and when you don't have the lines for your guide. Yeah, sometimes you just got to hope for the best. Nice.
That's what she said.
Yeah. And he turned it around. He took control. You got this, Solot. You got this. And he's taking a bit with the shot. You're not gonna mess this up, are you? Yeah. Okay. Well, we're tied at 2. We got to have a tiebreaker, right? Yeah. All right. This will be the last one with Solot here, unless we meet him again here when it randomly searches for an opponent. But win or lose, we're gonna move on to hopefully someone else and maybe even a different mode. We'll see. Snookered. Yeah. Beautiful. Brought it back just enough.
You're pronouncing it like a pro now.
Thank you. Well, I have you to thank. And since we're working on pronunciation properly, how do I address you, by the way? What do I call you? I know you got a number in your name.
Hey,
Uh,
hey, do not stroke his ego yet.
oh no, this is no.
Darren.
Darren, got it. All right, I shall do my best to remember that now when I see you, Darren. I like it. Now he ain't stroking shit. Nah, he's no. I appreciate you, Darren. Appreciate you helping me out, even if I look the fool. Oh, did I miss? I think I missed that 3 ball altogether, didn't I? Also, my Midwestern accent might also affect how things sound, and they don't sound right. But yes, yeah, he could run the show now.
Hey, what's up? How are you doing today?
Conrad, good to see you. Welcome back. I'm I'm on the up and up. I'm better than I was. I can confidently say that. I was miserable for a couple of days here, really bad. I had fallen ill. I picked up some kind of a flu cold bug, whatever, and we're um, we're on the path to shaking it off entirely here. I was feeling better tonight, so that's why I didn't stream earlier. I was really sick the last couple of days. I was also waiting to see how that poll was going to turn out. I polled you guys.
16 watching. Nice.
Um,
Welcome all.
I uh, I I polled the viewers to see what they'd want to of the options that were presented, and a lot of you still wanted to see more of the pure pool, which is great. I think that's awesome. Now, potting it in the side is feasible, but you risk also potting the cue ball. Potting it in the corner, it's less likely you'll scratch, but it's not as easy as a shot with that length. So we're going to try the side, and hopefully we don't scratch. And we're good. Solot, we might see you again, but that was the tiebreaker. Unfortunately, I came out on top. All right. Let's see if we can get a different opponent. We did a couple of games with that guy. We'll see if we can get a different opponent. We'll see if we potentially get a different game mode here. Again, I'm doing random online matchups on any game type, and we're currently using the amateur um, line difficulty.
Do you think they will add more color clothes in the near future?
More color clothes. Um, Cloth? Are you referring to like the table felt? Is that what you're asking, Darren? I have no doubt that there's going to be some kind of a cosmetic, um, like where they're going to add cosmetic options that you can pay for.
Cloth.
Yes, um, yeah, I think so. I think you're going to see some cosmetic options where you can pay real money, microtransactions for different, potentially different felts for the table, different cues, ball sets. I think they might do that. Are they going to go crazy with it? Probably not, but that remains to be seen. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see some offerings. Um, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's paid DLC as well. And again, that's just a guess. I don't know, but yeah, I think there's more. I think there's more on the horizon. There's more they can do with this game.
Please bring back the bar.
Yeah, yeah. Bring back the bar. Yeah, yeah. And can we get some lovely barmaids as well? Can we get a nice, lovely bar wench to serve me so I don't have to leave my table? There's a pool hall that I used to go to when I was younger, quite a bit. Um, and they would have female waitresses come and ask you what you wanted, and they would bring your drinks right to your table, so you didn't have to go to the bar, you didn't have to leave. Yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of hustlers in that place too. Yeah, and they'll come up and they'll try to hustle you. They'll try, I had one guy that was saying double ball. For those of you that don't know, a double ball basically means $20 a ball. So for every ball that gets sunk, it's $20. Um,
Now
and I
you're
was,
asking too much, amigo.
yeah, right, yeah, yeah, I know. But I'd had a couple of offerings in real life. Um, Particularly one night I was playing rather well, and I think this guy was kind of watching me from the distance. I don't have the steadiest hand in real life. Full disclosure, I can be a little bit jittery. Um, and I think this gentleman saw that and thought, man, I, I, I could, this kid, I could take him and everything he's got. And then he saw that I could play, like, well, but I still feel like and the guy was probably really damn good. And he came up and he's like, he's tried to stroke my ego, as we said earlier, a little bit. And he's like, you're pretty good. You're pretty good. Double ball, let's go. And I was like, no, no, no. I was like, I come here to have fun and play. I don't come here to gamble. You know what I mean? I had one time, and this was in a bar. This was in a local pub, local tavern, in a town which I lived at the time. I was living in a bar, and I was playing pool for the hell of it, running the jukebox, playing some music, playing pool. And truth be told, that night I had had a few drinks. I was feeling little more brazen, a little loosey goosey, if you will. And this gentleman comes into the bar with his friend, and this guy was wearing, and I'm a huge fan of mafia films, huge fan of that mafia lifestyle. I've through school and I studied various mafia figures and did. Hello, Paula. Paul. Hello, Paula. Paula Archer. Oh, another nine ball game, different opponent. Anyhow, and I love The Sopranos. I just stuff like that. I can't let go of it, even though it's kind of old hat, if you will. But so this gentleman and his friend come into the bar, and the one gentleman that comes in, he's wearing a Sopranos Letterman's jacket, and I don't know. I don't remember exactly how it started, but he came into the bar, and you could see he had the ass full. You could tell that he had been drinking. Um, and he wanted to play, he wanted to play pool against me. And we played one game, and I think I lost. And he said, "Let's do another one. Let's do another one." And he's like, "Let's make a bet. Let's bet some money." I'm like, "No, no, no. I don't want to bet any money." He's like, "Well, come on. Let's make it interesting, you know." And again, to be fair, he had been drinking. I had had a few drinks. I said, "Well, I'd rather not bet cash, but um, maybe we could do something else." And he's like, "Well, like what?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I'm going to be on. And then I went to the jukebox and I played the Sopranos theme song. They had one of those jukeboxes where you could download music. It had like a online database and you could play stuff from the internet. and I played the Sopranos theme song, and I'm like, well, since you rocking the jacket, I gotta show love. I love this shit, man. And I said, if we were to bet anything, if I win, I get the jacket off your back. And he laughed and he's like, you're serious? And I'm like, yeah, yeah. But I'm like, well, what if you win? What's the, and he's like, you know what? He goes, I'm in a good mood. He goes, ah, he said, if I win, you can pay my bar tab. If you win, I'll give you this Sopranos coat. I'm like, are you sure, man? Are you sure? And he's like, it was a gift anyway, and I just, I was like, oh, if it came from like a someone you really love or what, I can't do it. He's like, no, 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 don't worry about it. He goes, you haven't won yet. I'm like, true. So I was like, here's what we'll do: one game, and we're not going to up the stakes. We're not going to drag it out, best of three, best of seven, whatever. It's one game, and the winner honors what we say. And we shook on it, and lo and behold, I ended up winning. And he was true to his word. The guy took, well, he had the jacket draped over the bar chair. There was a chair with a table, and he took it. He's like, "It's yours, fair and square." And then I put money down, and I said, "Well, if you're going to stick around, I'll get you your next two drinks anyway, whatever you want." And I still have it today. I still have it today. I don't wear it very often, but I still have it. And that was just, and he was a really cool dude. He was a little bit older than me at the time, but he was a good sport, and it was a good game. It was a fair game. Um, and again, things may have went differently if he was a little pissed up. I mean, it was obvious from even walking in. I was like, "Oof, this guy's having a good time tonight." Like he had hit a couple of taverns or pubs before he got to that one, and just really cool, and made me feel good, and he was cool about it. And I remember leaving there, and I put the coat on, walking out of there, and I felt like I was somebody. I was like, yeah, and being a huge Sopranos fan, and at that time. I think the show, it was still off the air, like it wasn't doing new episodes,
Killer.
but it was freshly off the air. I think it only had been off the air like maybe a couple of months at the time or something. I don't know. Eric says killer mode. He wants to see killer mode. Okay, we'll click on that and see if we get somebody. And I remember the bartender, she even said, she's like, wow, that was really cool. I didn't think he would seriously just give you the coat off his back. I'm like, I didn't either. And honestly, I wouldn't have even thrown that out there. But again, because I'd had a few drinks and I'm a big Sopranos fan and
What
I'd
do you
never
mean I
seen
have not
that.
seen?
Um, and because I had not seen that coat before, and I was like, man, that'd be sweet. And then when I played the theme song, I let them know. I'm like, yeah, I knew exactly. I knew the name of the band and what the song was called. And for those of you wondering, it's Alabama 3 that sings "Woke Up This Morning." But yeah, and we kind of bonded, and he was super cool. Uh, he let me pay for one of his drinks. He had one more drink, and then he left after that. But he was cool, and we shook hands again. And he's like, "Enjoy the coat." He's like, "Honestly, you'll probably like it more than I do." He's like, "It was a gift to me, but it's really." I'm like, and I even said, "If you're not comfortable with it, you can have it back." I'm not. He's like, "No, no, no, fair and square. We made a deal. We made a bet." Holy shit! we'll wait a little bit longer here. I'm trying to get this killer mode. Eric wanted to see killer mode, and uh, we're not seeing an opponent yet, which is kind of surprising because playing these modes with these amateur lines, you tend to get uh, players, opponents fairly quickly because of the length of your lines. It's harder to get a match um, with no lines. Not looking good here, Eric. Sorry. I'm back out of this. Let me check one thing here quick. Let me go to my career tab, and as you can see, I'm in the focus bracket right now because I've done 324. I've gotten all the stars in amateur, and now I'm slowly working my way through the focused. And I actually got 1 star in the pro. Um, Let me see here in the career if there's. See, I just started this. Usually, somewhere in these career challenges, the killer mode will present itself. But it's not here in that one. It'll probably be under the, and I can't. You got to get a certain certain amount of stars before you can unlock these venues. I like that system. It's simple. It's accessible. They do a good job with that. What we could try though, just so you can see that killer mode, what we can do.
Youth center games were fun.
Oh my God. I have fond memories of that place. Very fortunate to have something like that in our area. That was yeah, that was very cool. Okay, just so you can see what killer mode is, this is by request by Eric here in the chat. Uh we're going to pick a DNA opponent here. Uh There you go. And I picked an opponent you'd probably like there, Eric. So this is killer mode. Eric wanted to see this. This is against AI. And killer mode is where you have 3 hearts underneath your name. And these 3 hearts basically act as your lives, right? And playing killer mode, you can hit any ball you see fit on the table. There isn't designated stripes and solids. If you're able to pot more than one ball on a single shot, you can get an extra life. You can also get an extra life by potting this 8 ball. And because I scratched, I lost the life. So, so I'm at 2 lives now, and she has still has the 3. But this is one of my more favored modes, but it's harder to get an opponent that wants to play this. But that could also be the time of day here. Um, Maybe at certain hours of the day, this community is popping and there's more people playing certain modes. Maybe. I almost scratched again. Whew. Well, this is just a quick random match. Like I said, Eric in the chat wanted to see killer mode and what it was. And she potted that 8 ball. That was a crazy cut with that kind of power. It is now her 4 lives to my 2. Yep. Again, potting the 8 ball or hitting multiple balls in off one singular shot can get you another life. Yes. Yeah. That song is going to be in Grand Theft Auto 6, by the way. Yep. Oh. 3 lives to my 1. Not looking good. Yeah. If you miss or knock a ball off the table, that's a loss of a heart. So.
Then she hits hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It may end up costing her too. Good. See, I would have went for the 12 in the side, but she made that. I did not expect that to work. Oh yeah. But I don't have a shot. This is game over unless I can bank it. Ah. We are going to try and bank this. Ideally, I'm going to try and put it in this left corner to my left here. That's where I want to go.
Left corner.
Yep. Ah. That's game. So there you go. That's the killer mode. And that was against the AI opponent, Wang Menke. No more Yankee, my Menke. All right. So there you go. Have I played that mode against actual random online players? Yes. But considering again, considering the time, and I think there are a lot of UK player base for this game, and considering how late it is there, um, you're not going to see that right now as much. Appreciate you guys coming through tonight, checking it out, hanging out. Always good. Um, if you'd like, and if you're inclined, give me a little bit of a thumbs up and make yourself known. I love hearing from you. I love engaging with you. Talk to me. You know, talk to me about upcoming games that you're looking forward to, kind of games you like, or pop culture stuff. Anything. The only thing I really don't do here is talk about politics and stuff like that. It's enough for that in real life, day to day stuff. We don't need it when we have free time and get our entertainment fix in. You know, a lot of people
Everything
rock.
fades back, and that's the game. Heading to the locker room.
Yeah, right. A lot of people rocking the 9 ball tonight. Multi-runner. This player, my opponent here looks like he is on PlayStation.
View.
Oh, you're out of here, huh? Okay. All right, Eric. Thanks for hanging out.
You said to get my own outro card.
Oh yeah, yeah. There it is. Very good. I like it. Ooh, now not a good spot. Well, not terrible.
Only thing that came to mind.
I like it. No, it's good. Fitting. Ah. Let's see. We're gonna try to kick this 4 back and see what happens. Like I said, I was really sick the last couple of days, and that bug is finally loosening its grip on me. Now it's just back to kind of being an annoying cold. Um, Still got a cough and a little bit of a sore throat, but I don't have that sickly feeling that I had, and I'm certainly not throwing up like I was, so that's good. So I apologize if sometimes I'm coughing here, and you guys might not want to hear that. I try to catch it before, try to mute it on occasion, but sometimes forget. Now I've set myself up beautifully here for a potential win. This could be the game winner right here. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. Well, that's one player card I haven't seen yet. Awesome. That worked out. If you guys have picked up the game, let me know your thoughts on it and how much you're enjoying it, if you're still playing it. And if not, if what other games you're into or what you're playing and what potentially you might be looking forward to that's on the horizon or coming out this year. For me, I've said it before, but Crimson Desert really looks to have a lot of meat on that bone, and I've always been a fan of open world games and open world action games. I've played against this guy before, and I think I've played against him on stream as well. Hikeman69. So, yep, I've seen this guy before. And he's good. Let's see if this has potential. Ooh, that's a tough cut, but yeah, that's a really tough cut. But we're gonna play it safe. Ah, just trying to keep myself in line for that four ball after the initial shot of the three and hit it too hard and rattled it. Didn't drop it. He's gonna set himself up here. Like I said, I've played him before. He's pretty good on placement, knowing where he wants to put stuff. In the first patch update that I spoke about, you're seeing what they did now. When the Q stick now goes transparent, so that you can see your shots and your angles better now, where it's not obstructing your view, and that's great. Wow, where is the eight ball? Okay. And then the nine ball's back there. Beautiful. See, that's how you set yourself up. Yep. Beautiful. He's probably going to want to go again. And I'll be a nice guy and give him a rematch because... Well, he left and he's on PlayStation. He left. I'm surprised. I thought he would want a rematch. I've played him before. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are doing good. So far, we've won more matches than we've lost here, with our random game modes and random online opponents. Much love to my UK viewers as well. I know it's late for you cats, so there might not be a lot of you coming through tonight. Um, so
Has
for
four
those,
games crashed tonight. Very annoying.
oh, really? Gaz, welcome back. Good to see you. I remember you. Yeah, with your pooch there, you told me that your your dog died some years ago. Um, good to see you again. Crashing issues, huh? Yeah, that can take you right out of it. Um, yeah, that's one of those things where after multiple crashes, you're like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm gonna play something else for now. I'm not even gonna try and play this no more. I feel the frustration because I've been there. I've been there. So far, it's been pretty good to me. Um, hopefully we didn't just jinx it, huh? But I've played other video games where I'm feeling it. I want to play, and then it just keeps crashing or freezing. I'm like, you know what? I'm out. So yeah, it's super frustrating. Nothing takes you out of an experience quite like that, huh? But yeah, it's good to see you again, Gaz. Thanks for being here. I think this is our first standard 8 ball affair of the night since we've started. Uh, got a couple options here, so hopefully I can set myself up with some consecutive potted balls here if I do this right. Ooh. What we'll try to do is get that 9 in the side out of a
You prefer
plant
to
or
play with
combo.
lines or you like a game on pro?
I'm probably gonna catch a little flack for this, but as you can see, I generally do prefer the lengthened lines, the amateur, as it were. Um, I will say that when you're on the receiving end of constantly taking the L because of these lines and not being able to actually play because people will run the table on you, then it makes you play with the shortened lines, the focused as it's called here, or the pro with no lines, just so you feel like you've got a fighting chance. Which I've been on the receiving end of, where I don't even touch the table. But yeah, I like the more casual style of gameplay here. Now, that's not to say if they were to introduce at some point a tournament style mode or a ranked mode where lines would be focused or not available, and then you work your way through the ranking system, I would definitely partake in that. Probably wouldn't be very good, but I definitely would want to play that. Hmm. I don't think we can sneak that 10 around that 5 ball. Just don't think. Maybe. I think I got a better shot of potting this 13 in the side. Too hard. Too hard. That was makeable. That was too hard. I needed to go lighter on that shot. That may cost me the match right there. Yep, that was makeable. Can't guarantee I would have been able to do the follow up on my 10 ball after that, but ah, yeah, you got me.
You should jump in the devs Discord channel. They always up for feedback, etc.
Okay. Um, I would, but I don't really. I think I had a Discord. I don't know. I had Discord on my old phone, and I don't know if the account stays. I think it does. I'd have to look into it. Sure, I'll take the rematch with you, but I'm not going to. I'll be honest. I'm not going to do that right now. But if you want to pass some feedback along, or let them see some of the comments, or jot down what's been said in the comments and forward it along, that'd be greatly appreciated. Um, we've had some guys come through, um, potential devs and or people that knew the devs and forward some stuff before. So, but I've got faith that they're going to continue to make adjustments and listen to player feedback and see what's possible and what's relevant, what works and what doesn't, and what players potentially might want to see. Let's see, what's something is potted, yeah. So we got a solid ball that's potted. Yeah. Can we get that 7 in between there? Maybe. No, I think that 13 is going to slow it down, even if I gave it some power. Ah, But that 3 might be possible. Send it in the corner. Here we just kind of hope for the best. Try to get that 6 in the corner there. I don't have a lot of faith that I'm going to be able to pull this off. Oh, yeah. All right. Beautiful. Now, where is that 8 ball? It's right there. Give it a little forward spin. Hopefully, don't put it right behind the 10 and don't scratch. There. Beautiful. He quit. Yeah. He didn't even want to finish after that. He knew that I was going to take it. Poor sport, though. That's kind of poor sport behavior, in my opinion. I stuck it out with you. You ran that table on me. At one point, it was all him, and I stuck it out. And then he wanted a rematch, and I honored the rematch, and then he couldn't. But that was a great example of whether you're using the aid of the lines or not. Ball placement is key, and can um, help you keep control of the game. Have not seen this guy before. I'm going to go on a limb and say this guy is not in the States, and he is also not on PlayStation. Eric, I wish you wouldn't have ducked out as quick as you did, because we've got an actual real player now playing killer. Uh, let's not forget, if we pot the 8 ball, we get an extra life. So we're going to want to do that. Yes. There's 2 ways to get an extra heart in this: potting the 8 ball or potting multiple balls off of a single shot. You lose a heart, represented under your name there, by missing a shot or committing a foul. And really, the only way you commit a foul in this mode is by hitting a ball off the table.
I do love a bit of killer.
I do too. Darren, I do too. Absolutely. The only thing about this particular mode, if you're both um, getting set up for shots, especially early on when there's more options available, this particular mode can go longer than any of the other ones by far. But again, even with the lines, even with the amateur lines here, you can still miss an easy shot as he just did right there. I don't want to get too cocky, but it's looking pretty good here.
It's all about controlling the cue ball to a disadvantage for your challenger.
Yes. Yep. And what I was trying to do there is just keep the cue ball away from. There were more balls down that other end of the table, so I was just trying to keep it in the opposite zone so that he wouldn't have as easy of a shot. And I knew that 3 ball was up there, but I got lucky because he gave it too much oomph there and ended up scratching, committing a foul. But we'll honor rematch against this guy. I was going to say, how did he lose a heart already? And then I realized that he potted the cue ball. So now we'll go for that extra life right away, as most would do. That's his best opportunity there is that 10 in the corner. Or what? It wasn't a 10. That was, what was that, 14 or 12? Yeah. What we're going to try and do now is pot the 2 in the side and send that cue ball down on the opposite side of the table yet again to make his shot more difficult. And I didn't give it quite enough. But he still doesn't have the best of shot. Nice. That's a nice cut. I might lose a heart here. Woo! If I was him, I'd go for the 1 behind him. That's what I would do. Yep. And then he's going to put me in a position where I'm further away and make my shot more difficult. He missed. I don't believe that. That was That was a pretty easy shot, especially with the lines. I can't believe he missed that. This guy must have just started playing this game recently. I say that because he's got no crest slash badges in his card. He doesn't have a card yet. He's still using the one that's available to you from the get go. So yeah, I think he was a fairly new player. It definitely showed. Ah, JW again here. I don't know if it's pronounced Jay Waker or Wack. I'm assuming it's Waker. We're gonna stick with Waker. Jay Waker here. Played him earlier on this 8 ball, and he won the first one, and I won the second one, but he left. Might not get the best leave with this. Okay, that actually worked out. Now, can I set myself up for the 2 ball here, maybe, or the 6 ball rather? Yes. Ah, too hard. I was too
You simply
concerned.
forgot the N in his name.
Yeah, I was thinking of that too, Darren. Yeah, Jay Walker, not to be confused with J.J. Walker, right? Was that from Good Times? Uh, ah, hit it too hard. That 6 should have had it. Too concerned with bringing the cue ball back, so I had set myself up, paid for it. Okay. Um, see, this guy's got no patience. If he can't run the table and he sees that there's potential for a loss, he leaves. He did that earlier too. Yeah. Which that was not a guaranteed W for me. Even with the lines, it wasn't guaranteed. I had 3 of my balls that I had to clear and then be set up for an 8 ball shot. He could have stuck it out, but he's like, nah. People like that, I don't know. We might see him again. Starting to get
Definitely forgot the N in his name.
oh the N. Yeah. Okay, I see where you're going with that. Yeah, yeah, I that's yeah. Oh, I wholeheartedly agree with that. Bloody wanker. He's a bloody wanker. You wank. Yeah, that's great. Bird dog. This guy's on PlayStation. Okay. What do we got here? Is it still open table? Because it is. Wait, maybe not. Actually, let's go here. I think that's makeable, but we'll do this for now. And I can't put much. I can't put any backspin because I'm resting the cue on the rail. Positioning is really shitty here. That's gonna make it hard unless I can bring this back for that two ball, which I'm hoping for. Ah, yeah, not a good leave. Ah, well, let's see what he does. Well, try to get that two ball in the side. One of these side pockets here, or not. I did not cut, and I set him up. That's unfortunate. I can't believe that. But now, I don't think I can finesse this eight. off of the 11 into the corner. That 11's going to slow it down and it won't go. So my only hope is a bank shot to try and bank the 8 into that right far corner there. That's what I'm going to try and do. Unlikely here, but we're going to try it. Hopefully I don't scratch. Well, and without thinking, again, he's got a chance here. Sometimes you got to think about that too, and I'm horrible at that. I don't always think about that. It's like, okay, I could throw up a prayer and hope for the ball to just sink in one of the pockets because you don't have to call the 8 ball here. But by doing that, you can set your opponent up. You miss, and that's exactly what I did. I didn't play it smart. I played it willy-nilly, and it cost me. Yeah. Try a rematch against Bird Dog here. I wanted that to stay on the rail. Too hard. Oh, not a good leave. Try to kiss that 9 off of the, I believe that's the 2 ball. Get it in the side. Ooh, we got it just behind there instead. Nice. Here we might scratch, though. Woo! Don't. Not a whole lot I can do. Hope for the best here. Maybe a lucky side pocket here. Maybe. Try it right about there. Ah. He's got them all spaced out pretty good. Bird Dog could definitely come back. Yeah. Potted 2 just like that. Oh, wow. That was costly. Where's our 8 ball? Back there, huh? Booyah. Well, Bird Dog, we're tied at 1-1, one apiece. I mean, we got to have a tiebreaker, no? I mean, do you want to have a tiebreaker, Bird Dog? Doesn't look like it. Okay, I tried. Vanna K. It's not Vanna W. It's Vanna K 21, huh? Potentially a newer player here. No profile card, no crest. Or they could be trying to make you think that. Make you think they're a newer player by not posting, showing that. Ah, not a great leave. Nope, not good. Got lucky. Got lucky. I was going for the 10 ball. I didn't expect to pot it. Then that one I missed. Huh. Mm, yeah, good scratch. I didn't even make it, but I knew what I was trying to do, and it would have worked had I potted that the 15. Yeah, I would pot the 6, put myself behind the 1 ball. Now you risk losing the game right here. Oh, he's lucky. Didn't. Whew. I'm gonna say toying with this 8 ball here. Well, that was interesting. Instead of my ball going in, I put Vanna's in here, and man. Could scratch. Woo! Awesome. Man, I'm gonna throw out a rematch. Oh, they left. They were on PC. Button Dude. Looks like he's on PlayStation. He's put some time into this game too. I can tell. Yeah. Now we got somebody who knows how to play here. We did drop a solid ball, but I think we've got more options with the stripes. Even though we did set him up a little bit there with the 5. Not a guaranteed cut there, but we're going to try it. Might scratch, sink his 5 in the process if we make our 12 here. We did not make the 12. That was makeable. Yeah, he's got plenty of options here. He could run the table from here on out. Again, thanks for checking this out tonight, everybody. Thanks for coming through and hanging out. Those of you that have made your presence known, especially Darren, thank you. Okay, how do we want to handle this? I think our best bet is to send this 10 up in the corner and then hopefully set ourselves up for the 12 in the 8 ball. I don't know about this. Oof. If the 2 wasn't there, I would try to bank it. I would try to bank this 8 ball into one of these side pockets. But because that 2 is there, our best bet is would be to try and cut the 8 ball into that side, as you can see. But I risk scratching. So I am not going to do that because I don't want to scratch. And hopefully I don't set him up in the process, but we're going to try this here. We're going to see how this goes. Unfortunate. That was sloppy pool there and hope for the best. That's makeable. Even at that distance, that's makeable. And he missed it. I cannot believe that. I set him up and he missed. Now, I have to decide, do I want to try to cut it right there? Or do I want to try and bank it? I think I'm going to try this. I'm going to try to cut it in that right corner. If I miss, he's going to be set up. Either way, he's going to be set up. And I got it. Woo! He kind of gave me that in the end. He should have had me. Yeah, he's played the slot. I wonder if he got that player card from the pro mode. That's another player card I haven't seen yet. It's kind of neat looking. And he's got numbers underneath his crest, meaning he's gotten the same crest multiple times in matches. Wow. Button dude, respect to you, man. He's on PlayStation. I'll offer him a rematch and see if he wants to do it. And he does. I think he was waiting to see if I'd throw a rematch out to him. So we potted a stripe. We blocked ourselves on that one. Might be able to kiss this just right. Yes. Is there enough space there to sneak that behind the one? Yes, there is. But I also have this right there, but we're gonna. Oh no. Uh, yeah, just enough oomph on it to kick it back into that corner for the scratch. Unfortunate, because I thought I hit it softly enough that it wouldn't do that, but uh, that's what you call fast felt, or fast green, as they would say in golf. Uh, yeah. We'll try 11-12 plant shot. Mm, nice shot. Oh, don't do that. Put that seven in the. I was gonna say, go for the seven in the side, and then try to put the six in the opposite side, maybe. But oh, that eight ball is tuckered in there real good, huh? Then I got the. Mhm. Now he's got that six blocking me. Hopefully, get a double bank. Put it in the opposite side. That'd be great. If he does this right, he's got the game, and he didn't. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That I don't believe. Wow. Button dude, that one you should have definitely had me on. I don't know what he was thinking there. I don't know if he just got too comfortable. All right, I think we'll do maybe one more match before we wrap up the stream. Unless there's more of you that want to, engage a little bit, let me know. Love hearing from you guys. So if you'd like, don't be shy. Get yourselves out there and chat. If not, this could potentially be the last one. Gaz, this isn't you, is it? Gaz, if as I've seen you in the stream in the chat where you had a different picture of a pooch, right? Is this you? Ah, didn't set myself up. I needed that cue ball to come back to my right a little bit more. Mm, damn. Damn. If this is Gaz in the chat, this is you, my opponent. It's been someone who's has been present in the chat and in the streams here. That's awesome. Hopefully this game doesn't crash on you. Not during this one. Oh, you've got the digital camo type of cue stick. That's cool. I haven't unlocked that one yet. Gaz is going to clean up shop here. Looks like. Yeah, Gaz, if this is you, I think you said you like playing on pro or focused. So with these lines, this is pretty easy for you, and you just made it look real easy. You just turned it around just like that. Well played. Got the blueprint looking player card. Gaz on PC. I think that was you. Awesome. Nice job, dude. Want to go again? Run it back? Let's see if I got a chance against you here. Mm,
Good game.
yes, Gaz. Yeah, I figured it was you. Yeah, I think you're potentially better than me with this, but yes, good game. I don't know if I can sneak that past the nine there, maybe into the corner. Nope. Yeah, Gaz, appreciate it. Appreciate the rematch. It's nice playing with you, no matter the outcome. Mm. Ah, man. Yeah, if I didn't sink my two ball there, you were going to have various options abroad to just sweep the table here. Provided you don't scratch. Oh, now, here's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and pot that two ball into the side and set myself up behind the 8 ball. Yes. Good stuff, Gaz. You gave me a chance.
Game over.
Yeah, yeah. You gave me a chance in that one.
Nice.
Beautiful. We'll leave that at 1-all for now, I think. We'll live to see some more matches another day or night. I think, Gaz, you hold on here. I'll accept your friend request here, right on the stream.
Another day, thanks.
There you go. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for jumping in. Thank you for not humiliating me too bad, huh? Gaz, Darren, uh, Eric, everybody else. There was another gentleman that came through, and I apologize. I don't remember your name currently, but I recognize you being in here before. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everyone else that has come through, hung out. Um, sit, whether you sit incognito, choose to just observe, or you engage. I appreciate all of you. Um, and thank you for checking out the stream. Thank you for looking at the archives. Uh, Again, a thumbs up is greatly appreciated. Uh, we'll be back at it again here at some point. Don't know what I'm going to stream next yet, though. I'm not sure if it's going to be more pure pool or if I want to try and stream something else. Potentially, just so you guys know, Marathon, the Server Slam, is coming next week. I think that's on Tuesday, is when that becomes available here on PlayStation 5. But I think it's going to be available on all platforms. So if you're into shooter games, or more specifically, shooter extraction type of game, uh, be on the lookout for that. Should be a free download, a free trial of it, basically. They're calling it a server slam, but it's basically an open beta, if you will. And they're going to stress test servers before game launch. I think that comes out early in March. It's made by the same people who have made um, Destiny games, and some of the earlier Halo games, some of the former Bungie devs. So if that's something that interests you, again, you'll have.
In my gamer pick, the black one is 10 years old now. Has a
Okay,
German Shepherd cross.
beautiful. A German. I love German shepherds. There's a reason why they're used in police work. They're just very smart. They catch on quick, and they're obedient as hell. Loyal, obedient, and they catch on. So even a German Shepherd mix. That's awesome, dude. Awesome. Love to hear that. Um, but yeah, as I was saying, Marathon. You guys check it out, and if you don't, I'll probably stream some of it or show some of it off when it
Very
becomes a.
clever, loyal.
Yes, absolutely. Probably show some of the marathon off next week, and give you my thoughts on the game and my take on it. I like to think I'm pretty fair, pretty fair with my assessments. So you will get an honest, unbiased uh, first impressions on that next week if I don't stream something beforehand. With that, be safe. Uh, Hopefully, everyone in good health and focus on what makes you happy, not on what pisses you off. You're always better off. Until the next one, we'll
Good
catch you
night.
guys later. Good night, Gaz. Good night. And thank you again. And thank you, everybody. We'll see you all in the next one.